Hello, welcome back. It's so good to see you. So today we're going to be talking about what I've been watching for the month of May. I'm a bit overwhelmed because they just keep coming out with new shows, new movies, all this stuff. And it's like I didn't have time to watch all the things because my daughter has started watching Parks and Rec. And so I have to watch Parks and Rec because I can't not watch that, right? So, and then I also restarted watching Peaky Blinders because the Peaky Blinders movie is going to be coming out later this year, and I need to re-up on that show, right? So, I do have things that I've watched, but I didn't watch all the things that I wanted to watch. So, if you recommended something to me and it is not in this list, it'll probably be on my next month's what I've been watching. But anyway, let's just get into it. As always, I have my notes over here, so if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm reading the notes that I wrote about the shows, because I will forget what the show is about. I will lose my train of thought. I have to have my notes, or I'll just look like a crazy person. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright. Also, yeah, almost everything here did not get great reviews, except two. Well, yeah, some of them got good reviews, some of them got no review at all, which is crazy. But anyway, okay, let's just get into it. Sorry. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is a show that I binged in one day, and I absolutely loved it. It is I'm sure it's open for a second season, but so far, no season 2. But it is a show on Netflix, and it is called The Four Seasons. Rotten Tomatoes score gave it a 79. Audience score gave it a 70. I think it deserved better than that. Hopefully, those are the scores at the time of this recording. Hopefully, by now, the scores have gone up, because I need season 2. Okay? It stars a bunch of people, but the main people that I was like, yes, I'm watching this show. It stars Tina Fey, Steve Carell, and Will Forte. I love Will Forte. I love him. He needs to be in more things. I miss him so much. And I loved him in this show. And Steve Carell, I miss him. I miss him so much. And I was not happy with him in this show. So, what is this show about? I think they're 30-minute little episodes. It was very fast. But it is about these 3 couples who have known each other their whole lives. I think they met in college or something. I think. Anyway, but they're, older. Their kids are all grown. I think their kids are in college and stuff. But they get together, usually about once a season, spring, summer, fall, winter, and they go on these little friend vacations, right? And it starts out in the spring. Oh, and there's classical music, and I love it. I love the classical music that is in the show. I love it. Anyway, but it starts out in their spring vacation, and turns out one of the couples is going to be doing a vow, I don't know how you say that, vow renewal, and it's a surprise, but the other person in this couple is actually going to be asking for a divorce, so things are not going well. There's no way to describe it. It's just there are points in their life throughout this entire year, okay? And it starts out with the vow renewal being ruined by asking for a divorce, and then it shows each of the vacations after, and it's are these couples actually happy? You know, and it's just, it's very funny. I thought it would be funnier because of who is in it. Not that it's not funny, it is funny. I just thought it would be funnier. And it's unpredictable because you have no idea what's going to happen next. You're like, you need to see this train wreck happen, because it is a train wreck, okay? There are very awkward points. So it's funny, unforgettable, awkward, and sometimes sad. Like, it's very entertaining to watch, and then something happens. And I was not okay with what happened, and I literally was like, like, I gasped. I was just like, what? And then after that thing happened, the show made me have feelings, and I was like mad because I didn't want to cry at this show. I mean, it's got so many good actors, and it's so funny, and it's so entertaining, and then it made me have all the feelings, and I was like, how dare you, show make me have feelings? Like, what are you doing? I loved it, but I do need to warn you that the season ends literally in the middle of a sentence, and you're just left there like, what did I just watch? Where's the next episode? And so I immediately looked up the 4 seasons. Season 2, when is it coming out? The actors are all up for it. They're like, we're up for it. Sure, season 2. Are there talks of season 2? No. Or are there plans for season 2? Who knows? They're waiting for the audience reviews, reactions. So please go watch the show and like do that double thumbs up thing. Like, say you really like it. You really, really like it, because I want season 2 already. I don't know why I liked it. I just did. I loved it, and I will watch it again. I will watch this again. I liked it. Okay, the next thing that I watched, it is a mini-series on Paramount Plus, and it is called Happy Face. Rotten Tomatoes score gave it a 57. Audience score gave it a 41. Not good reviews. It stars Annalee, Ashford, Dennis Quaid, a bunch of other people, but it says true life story. I do this because it's not a true story. It's all lies. Like, there are true facts in it, okay? Like, this story is about a woman named Melissa and her father, who is Keith Jesperson, aka the Happy Face Killer. It is about her and her father, and how he is in prison for being the Happy Face Killer, and how she has only visited him twice since he was arrested. And that's pretty much it. That is true. That's not what the story is about. That's not what the show is about. So it kind of makes me mad that they say true life story. Based on a true life story. No, it's not. The only thing that's true is this is the name of the daughter, and this is her father, who is in prison for being a serial killer. Those are the only things that are true, okay? The show is about this woman who is a makeup artist for a TV show. It's kind of like Dr. Oz or Dr. Phil. It's one of those type of shows. Now, the daughter, Melissa, she actually did go on Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz. She did not work for their shows, but she did go on there to discuss her father. Anyway, in the show, she works for Dr. whoever, I don't know, and all of a sudden this serial killer calls the show and is like, I will only speak to Dr. whoever or this person, Melissa whatever. And so the host of the show is like, what the hell? So he calls her into his office and they're like, why does this serial killer only want to speak to me and you? Because we need to figure this out. And she's like, ugh, he's my father. And everybody's just like, oh my god, what? So in the show, Keith Jesperson, who is Dennis Quaid, which Dennis Quaid is a pretty good actor. Like, he can be really evil. He's really good at that. Really good at it. But he wants to confess to another murder, which technically is true. In real life, he did confess to an extra murder, but nothing came of it. He like lied about it or something. I don't know. Anyway, but in the show, he's like, yes, I killed somebody else, and someone else is on death row for this murder, and he's gonna be executed in like 40 days. So you can interview me, you can do whatever you want to try and stop it, but I killed that girl. I killed that lady. And so the host of the show is like, we need to get into this. Makeup artist Melissa, you are no longer a makeup artist. You are now a producer of the show, and you need to go interview your father, and you need to go interview the other guy that's on death row, and the family members, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just about her trying to save this other man from death row, who may or may not be the killer of this one woman. None of that happened in real life. At least when I did my research, I could not find anything about that. So, why do this? I don't know. It is a good show. I did like it. But I don't like the fact that they were like, it's a true life story. Because no, it's not. No, it's not. It was good, though. It was good. But I think it's a one and done season. Okay, so the next thing that I watched is a show on AMC Plus, and it is called The Last Anniversary. Rotten Tomatoes score gave it an 86, so pretty good. Audience score? Nothing. At the time of this recording, there's no score from the audience. What? Are people not watching this? Okay, so it stars a bunch of people, but the two main people are Teresa Palmer and Helen Thompson. What is it? It's I think it's a limited series as well. There could be more, they could do a season 2, but it would be pointless. It was because everything was complete with the first season. But there's this woman who is contacted because someone from her past, it's like one of her ex-boyfriend's aunts dies, and she left her a letter. She opens the letter and reads it, and she has been given this woman's house, and the family is all like, what? But this house is on an island, and the entire family, I think this is set in Australia. The entire family live on this one specific island, and there are other people that live on the island as well, but it's mainly this one family because this island and this particular family have been made famous because of a disappearance of a couple who used to live on this island decades ago. And what happened with this couple, this was probably in the 50s or 60s, something like that. This couple had moved to this island and they had a baby, and then they mysteriously left the island. Some of their friends were coming to dinner. The couple is gone, and these two sisters stumble upon the baby that's left in the crib or whatever. No parents. Their boat crashed and was found somewhere along the island, so they are presumed dead. And so this woman who inherits one of the houses on the island, that family that was there, the two sisters grew up and they started this like tourist attraction. They people can come and visit this house of this mystery couple, and the person who gives the tour is the actual baby who was left abandoned. She's grown up now, so the whole family has like this family business based on this story. And the woman who inherits the house is also like a journalist or something like that, and so she wants to do research into this story, and this brings up a lot of deep secrets within the family, and it's like mysterious, like a mystery, like what's going on here. It is good. I liked it. It was very unpredictable because I had no idea where it was going, but the ending was quite boring. Like, I was not happy with the ending. I'm very hungry right now, so my stomach is going to growl. Just thought you should know that. But yeah, it ended very boring. Like, the show was good. I would watch it because it's interesting. But when you find something out because of the mysteriousness of what's going on the island, when you find something out, you're just like, okay, all of this was pointless. Why? But I don't know, I still liked it, even though the ending was just like, okay, and I don't know. Okay, the next thing that I watched is a movie on Peacock. I did not want to see it, but one night me and my husband were bored, and we're like, it was his night off, so we were like, let's do movie night. So we watched this movie. It turned out to be fantastic. Okay, so the movie is called Wolfman, and Rotten Tomato score gave it a 50. Audience score gave it a 56. I don't know why I got such crappy reviews. I don't know, but it stars Christopher Abbott, Julia Gardner, which is the whole reason that I was accepting of watching this, because I really like her. I think she's a great actress. And Sam Yeager. So another reason why I was on the fence is because it's from Blumhouse. Typically Blumhouse is fantastic, but the last couple of movies that have come out from Blumhouse, to me, have sucked. So I was just like, I did not have high hopes. It sounded like a stupid movie, and then I was like, Blumhouse, it was really good. I liked it. Apparently no one else liked it, but I liked it. Like, it was really good. So it's about this couple. I don't know if they like live, I don't know, Chicago, New York, somewhere. They live somewhere in the city, and the husband, he gets a letter. He's an estranged son of this man. I don't know where, if it's like in Washington or something, I don't know. But when he grew up with his father in the middle of nowhere, in like this forest type of place. And his dad was just crazy. His dad was kind of like strict and scary and just not a fun guy to be around. And so as soon as he grew up, he was just like, I'm out of here, so they have become estranged. Well, he gets a letter from, I guess, I don't want to say government, but somebody, maybe land officials or something, I don't know. He gets a letter saying that his father has vanished and is presumed dead, so you need to come clean out this house, sell the property, that kind of thing. So his wife and his daughter, they decide to take a road trip to clean out his childhood home, have a little vacation, because they're having marital issues, and they're like, some time away could do them some good, right? So they are in town to wherever he lives, and he's trying to remember where the house is, but it is literally in the middle of nowhere. There are no roads. Like, it's just dirt paths and stuff, and so they drive, and he comes across one of their neighbors or something, and the neighbor's like, oh yeah, this is actually my property, your dad's property is like over there, I can take you to it. And he gets in, and they're driving, and it gets dark, and it's night, and they're talking about something. The guy's looking away, and he looks back, and there's something in the road. It looks like a man, and he's driving a U-Haul, and he's like, swerves to like avoid, and the like U-Haul tumbles, and the thing that was in the road was not a man. It was some, I don't know, crazy animal thing. I don't know. Obviously, it's the wolf man. But the guy who got into the car, the U-Haul is like turned on its side. The guy is trying to get out. The door swings open, and he falls down. And this guy, the driver, the son, is like, oh gosh, I don't know if he's gonna try and help him or what, but before he can get to that guy, something drags him away. And it's like, it sounds stupid, like stereotypical, like, oh, scary movie, but it actually is. It's like very intense. And so then they're like, oh my gosh, something is out here, and he's like, I think I know the way back to from here. I think I know the way to the house, so him and his wife and his daughter, they're like, ugh. So they're running through the woods, and then all of a sudden something is chasing them, and they're like, oh my god. And like, you can hear it, but you don't want to turn around because it's like scary, Anyway, they make it to the house. Barely. Whatever's out there is trying to get in. It's very intense, okay? And so basically they're having to survive the night, I guess, because this thing will not leave them alone. But they also need to get help. They need to leave because the husband, like, that accident, like, cut his arm and like whatever, I don't know, so he's not doing well. And it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid, but it's actually like so good. It's so good. Super intense. Okay, it's good. It is good, but it's not great. Like, it's very intense when you're watching it. Would I watch it again? Maybe I'd watch it again, but it's not like, oh my god, this movie's so great, it's one of my favorite things, but it is good. It's good if you want to watch something different, something that is scary, but in an intense type of scary way. I do recommend watching it at least once. I think it's good. I don't know what the bad reviews were. I don't get it, so I don't know. Anyway, okay. The next thing that I watched was also a movie on Peacock, and it is called The Last Breath. Rotten Tomatoes score gave it 80. Audience score gave it 91. So this one did get good reviews. And it stars Woody Harrelson, which is why I watched it, because I love Woody Harrelson. I think he's just such a good actor, and he always does such different things, It also Finn Cole and just a bunch of people that I don't know. Okay, so this is a true story. This is a true story, and it follows, it's about these seasoned deep sea divers. And I think there were like facts in the beginning where like everything, there's like all these pipelines that run under the ocean, like at the bottom of the ocean, that does all kinds of stuff, like transport like gas, for like heated gas, because I think this is like in Ireland or Scotland or something, and I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff that runs under the ocean. I don't understand that. I don't know how that stuff works. I don't get it. whatever. But there are these deep sea divers that have to go down to the bottom of the ocean to repair some of these pipelines, which is crazy. It apparently is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. In the world. Okay, so there are a limited amount of people that want to do this type of job, which is completely understandable, especially after watching this movie. While something happens, they go out, and then there's the storm, and stuff malfunctions on the ship, and it just gets crazy. And one of the divers gets trapped hundreds of feet below the ocean surface. Okay, it's very scary, like very intense. It's really unbelievable. It's like, how can these type of things happen? Okay, I don't know how to describe it, like, without giving anything away. These deep sea divers have to rescue one of their divers that something happened and he is stuck at the bottom of the ocean. Like, it's insane. It's very, very intense. Like, it's called Last Breath for so many reasons. You're literally holding your breath half of the movie. You're like lightheaded because you cannot breathe because of the intensity of this movie. And it's just so unbelievable, but it's a true story. And then it's just so good. It's so good. I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to give anything away, you know. But it's really, really good. Really good. Okay. I guess I watched a lot of true things. At least 3 true things. Okay. So the next thing that I watched is a limited series on BritBox. And it's called A Cruel Love, the Ruth Ellis story. Rotten Tomatoes score gave it a 100. Audience score gave it nothing. There's no review from the audience. And I'm like, are people not watching this? Like, what are these shows with no reviews? Like, what? But anyway, so, oh my gosh, I didn't even put who is in this show. Whoops. I don't know who's in it. I don't think there's anybody in it that I even know. But it doesn't matter. You gotta watch it. Okay. It is a limited series. I believe there are 4 episodes, and they're each about an hour long. It's a true story about a woman named Ruth Ellis, and she is, I believe this is like in the 1950s, maybe late 40s, early 50s, that kind of thing. She's a very successful female club manager who, she has 2 kids, and she's doing very well for herself. You know, she's a single mom with 2 kids. She is a club manager. She's able to take care of herself and her family and stuff, and she's got it going on, right? Well, her life just crumbles after meeting a race car driver named David Blakeley. Yeah. The two start this relationship, and it is a toxic relationship. Very abusive. Like, this woman, Ruth Ellis, she's so smart. She's so smart and strong, and she's in love with this man, David Blakeley, and he is all kinds of wrong for her. I don't know why she loves him, okay? And it's like she doesn't, it's not like she's stuck in a situation where she's like, oh, I can't work, or, you know, we have kids together. No. That's Ava downstairs, if you can hear her. She started shaking her collar. She's got her life going on. Like, she's got it together. So she does not need this man. he doesn't provide anything. He actually comes from money. Like, his family has money. So at first when they get together, people are like, oh, she's a gold digger. No, she's not a gold digger. Not at all. She doesn't use any of his money. He doesn't offer her any of his money. And he is actually engaged to someone else. He tells her it's just for show. It's just to make his mom happy. They're not going to get married. He loves her. Blah, blah, blah. He makes her pay for everything. He comes and stays at her house. She's never allowed to go to his house. Just all kinds of weird. And then he starts hitting her, like beating her. And she gets pregnant. And she's like, I think she actually was going to have an abortion. Because she wasn't trying to entrap him or anything like that. And he's like, no, don't do this. Me and you, we can get married. We can give this a go, you know? And then his friends are like, oh, she's a gold digger. She's just trying to trap you and blah, 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 blah. And that's not the case at all. And he literally hits her in the stomach for trying to entrap him. And it causes her to miscarry. And then he is continually like abusive to her. She's black and blue with bruises all over the place. She's paying for his stuff. She is going into debt. Like, she's neglecting her kids. For what? This man is such but she's in love with him, okay? She's in love with him. And at some point, this is right up there at the very beginning, at some point, she is arrested and charged for murdering him, David Blakeley. And she is just a willing participant. She's like, okay, I killed him. Yes, I did. Whatever. You know, whatever we got to do to get this trial going on. Let's get justice for David, because he deserves justice. The man that she kills, he deserves justice. So go ahead. Whatever punishment, she doesn't need a lawyer, none of that. She is fine with whatever happens. What? So it follows her story of her time in jail, prison, whatever, what's going on with her case, and then it goes flashbacks to all the things that happened between them, everything, and it just sucks. It sucks. And this case was so big because she was sentenced to death. She was sentenced to be hung. And this was somewhere in the UK. I don't remember. I didn't write everything down, which I don't know why I didn't do that. It was a major case because she was one of the last people to be sentenced to death by hanging in the UK, and people were protesting, and it was a whole deal, you know. Like, I never knew about this, you know, and it was just, it's a crazy story, crazy story. Very sad. Like, and I just wanted to shake her, because what was she doing with this man? Because, like I said, she had it going on in life, you know. She was not stupid. She was very smart. She did not depend on him for anything, for her kids, none of that. She made her own money, so he provided nothing. Why was she so in love with him? Why did she make excuse after excuse after excuse for this man? Just makes me so mad. And then she's just willing to give up her own life because, like, no, okay, like, it aggravated me. She did kill him. I mean, she admits it right there in the very first episode. Yeah, I killed him. I deserve whatever, because David deserves justice. David doesn't deserve shit. This man made me so mad. It made me so mad. Not that I'm saying he deserved to die. You needed to kill him. None of that needed to happen. But I'm not mad about it. He was just such a piece of crap. And then, like, this story is so complicated. Like, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to give you all the little details. But there are parts of this case that were never followed up on that should have been. That should have been followed up on. Like, it's just very aggravating. Very aggravating. But it's like, I understand why they made this movie, or not a movie, but limited series. Because it's like, this story's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's so good. So good. And I told my mother-in-law about it. She said she binged it in one day. The very next day, she was like, oh my god, I just finished the show. It's so good. I'm like, I know. So, what do I recommend the most? I think everything that I watched, everything, even though they didn't get good reviews, like, I think everything is great. I loved all of it. But now that I'm thinking about it, like, A Cruel Love, the Ruth Ellis story, I would recommend that, number one. And then the 4 seasons. Like, please go watch that so that there's a season 2. Please. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.